Mm. Mm. Mhm. Mhm. Sei darauf. Mhm. Jab jab. Welcome, our wonderful horror fantasy soldiers and our wonderful female horror fantasy soldiers. This is not a silence movie. It always seems to be. It always seems that it feels like in silence movie. But the next movie is in silence movie. Yes. And the atmosphere is, the feeling is concentrated for the next movie. And we feel the silence. But now we have a lot of time where we don't have to be silent. Mm-hmm. So I feel so very cozy now. The heating is on. And I was thinking about all the time if I come with makeup in my new vlog here today around my eyes, or if I stay here without makeup, and it's okay. So how it is it? It is how it is. Yes, and Santa is really nearly. I have to do. I have to wait. Right. So, I hope you have a great day. I hope you have got a great day today. No, I hope you have got a good start in your day today. Yes, better. Lipstick on my mug. Oh goodness, what is today for day? Tuesday. Tuesday is a good day. Yeah. Yeah, and did I let you know something, soldiers? This 6 to-do list. I think it makes no sense to let grow all our body and mind protector lists from everywhere and anywhere, because it makes me more confusing as everything else. Because on this, I know it is just the list for just in case, when everything would not going anymore and everything would go break down together and so on and so on. Then is that my last rescue ship what I have, because here on this list there stand only 2 to-dos which we definitely have to make at these days with depression, and then the rest of the world have to shut up. But that is definitely not the yellow from the vegan egg, you know, because on this list I have in the morning time, as I was wake up today, I have got that feeling something wasn't happening yesterday. There was something what was really urgently to make, which is not standing here in this list. And this is the problem with our rescue list for just in case, because I have so many other things to do which are so very freaking important, and when here on this list is not standing the things which are be more important as the to-dos on our just in case list, then I miss them, I haven't done them, and then I become definitely more problems as I wanna have before, you know? Yeah, thank you so much for listening. So, and this is what I mean. This is maybe not so really good to feel safe with this list, and I think I should bring these thoughts to our how can I say that, to our body and mind protector to-do list, which exists at our definitely most important list. And then I can't forget that this list is existing, that this list was existing. That makes me too I have a stress face because of this list. Imagine, please. No, don't do it. Don't do it. After this vlog, we will forget everything about the stress. It's not so good. Yeah. So yesterday evening was a really strenuous evening. Because I was falling into my sleep really late after looking and speech from, is it in speech or is it just a speak? Oh goodness. Yes, from Robert Mark Lehmann. It's in, oh goodness, how can I explain Robert Mark Lehmann? Robert Mark Lehmann. Yeah, I think a lot of you know Robert Mark Lehmann. It's I think I don't have to try to explain his his nature. He is definitely nature. And yesterday evening or yesterday night, I know him better. I think I have know him better than ever before, because I always thought about him that he only is an junkie. What means to be an animal protector for the marine life, you know. When Because a couple of us know about him that he is a diver and a nature photograph and a biologist and make movies and photos of the wildlife, and especially of the underwater animals, sharks, orcas, dolphins, and so on and so on and so on, fishes, shells, I don't know, all the flowers under the water and so on. And I never have known before, just for one time in my life, that I have become in my social media environment to see that he have rescued a couple of animals from pure farms, and he was in a in a in a in a factory of pigs, and have protect or rescue pigs from this dangerous place for them. And but for most of all the time, I always thought he is the waterman, the aquaman, the mermaid man, the diver, the person who is so very infected of sharks and whales and this, yes, only the marine life. That was always so in my mind, that I always have think about him, that he is more focused on the underwater animals. And it was, yeah, a little bit, yeah, not important. It was a little bit interesting for me, okay, but he was not the holy point in my life, because there was something about him what I have really missed in my life, to know definitely, or to know more, or to know that he is interested in, for my biggest wish, from my side of my heart, from the bottom of my heart, I know I missed someone like Robert Mark Lehmann, who is interested on animals, on all pets, and on all animals, and not just focused on the marine life, you know. And that was for me the reason that I always have think about him. Yeah, okay, he's a little bit interesting, but it's not the yellow of the vegan egg. I miss 50% of him, what makes me not so really satisfied about his person. Yeah. When I hear or see something about him, because he's just an Aquaman. That was in my bubble, in my internet bubble. What was surrounding me about him, and there was nothing more. And there was sometimes this one struggle and the other struggle, the one information and the other information, the one and the only other things and so on, from himself, from others and so on, and that makes me so in my life, which we have lived, or where we was struggling with our own life, with our own trying to escape out of our fucking life with IA and blog, was always so very strenuous for me to know exactly how lives Robert Mark Lehman, and I don't have follow him anymore. There was a time I have follow him, then I have unfollow him because of this 50% missing about him, and have or had lived my life with the Moss Princess, trying to escape from IA in the blog, out of start somewhere, and have got and moved to nowhere in our new castle, have got a second move in the circle of nowhere. I have a visit the day clinic here in nowhere because of missing my old hometown in Greenland, Palatine and Palatinate, and that was I was so busy with other things in my life, and after the second move and learning to live with my depression, and yeah, try to come back in my real life here, there was come the second chapter with Robert Mark Lehman, and we have find some of his vlogs from time to time, more and more, where we was more interested about him as ever before. Ah, genau, exactly, genau in German. And yes, now yesterday was a night behind of all his reaction because of Seven versus Wild, or the Wild. I was going sometimes in his vlogs to check his reaction, what is his meaning of Seven in the Wild, and I have find out for myself that is not my interesting, not my real interesting. About yes, I will say about Robert Mark Lehman. Yes, what he's saying is always yes, sounds very good, and and so on and so on. And but Seven versus Wild is definitely too stressy for me. I can't. I won't live my life with the seven in the wilds. I don't need other stress for myself. This is something what can look everybody else, but not us. Thanks. But yesterday evening, after a private hard struggle way with the Moss Princess in the sugarry, and we have to find out what is going on with her healthiness and so on and so on. It was going very late. We were shopping after that, have got an evening meal, and was falling into our beds. I switch on YouTube, and I see that Robert Mark Lehman is live. I think he is maybe this is in live. I was just informed on my mobile phone that Robert Mark Lehman was going live, and I didn't know. The Moss Princess have let me know that, and I didn't know exactly is that a live because of reaction from his reactions about the Seven in the Wilds, or yes, what should that be in another way? Because this came really often, and I was in this position to say, oh, no, not again. This is too much for me. I didn't became my sleep. I never become my sleep so long as I look every night, 2 hours long, these reactions. That makes no sense anymore for me. This is why I won't come in his life. But later we was going in the bed, we say good night to every one of us here in the castle, and I go in YouTube because I want to listen to his voice before I fall into my dreams. And then it came to an trigger. A trigger about animals, the aquamarine animals, about orcas, which living in these aren't sanctuaries, these are aqua zoos. They are living in Gefangenschaft, captivity. I have no real idea right now. So they didn't, huh? No, that's not a sanctuary. That's captivity. With the small swimming pools for orcas, which are definitely too small. Yes, and it was a really long information from him about the orca zoos, which are closed for, I have no idea, 20 years or so on, or something like that, and they live so damn alone in their life there, and for a couple of days is an orca dying in this little pool. And yes, he have informed his community about the sanctuaries, which are just planned all the times, which are just talking about blah 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 blah, and nothing happens for the orcas. They always shut their fucking mouth open, and nothing could happen for the orcas. And I can definitely feel his pain, of course, but it was really really long, and I feel I'm not, how can I explain it, with other words, I can let you know that I feel very good informed about orca, their lives, and what is wrong for orcas, and what could be the right, what will definitely be the best for orcas. And that was the time of my years which I have used for myself to try to inform me, to give me so many informations as I could take while I was in a very struggle of life. That was the most topic of my life this year, to give myself the information about orcas which I need to find a beginning, and not just the beginning, to dive a little bit deeper, to learn the world about orcas in captivity. So that was something in this year 2025, and this is not a topic which is so strange or so weird for me that I don't know what is going on. This should be definitely crystal glass clear for everyone that when we know people who who bring wild lives in this situation, where they definitely have uh, the saddest life over every one of all. We definitely have to choose our friends wisely. And when we should know someone who make with animals or pet something strange or something what definitely is so destroying for the life of animals or pet, we definitely have to do everything that it is ending so soon and so fast as possible. It's not the key to let people do what they want with other animals or pets when they definitely have one of the hardest and saddest lives in the world. This is definitely not to be allowed for none of them. And yes, that was the first part of this live from Robert McLeman. And the second part of this live was the saddest, no, the second part of his life was to talk about an voting for animal sanctuaries. We have, I think that was, when I remember me in a right way, we have 60 or 61 different animal sanctuaries, which 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 can be voted for to win for 10 times 10,000 euros from oh goodness, a community from Robert McLeman. So what's the name of it? Earth and yeah, I will put it here down below the description, and then we can inform us a little bit better what I mean exactly. But what I miss very much is the complete, the what is Zusammenfassung in German, in English? Zusammenfassung. A connection. I miss the connection of every sanctuary, like in his life. He have bring to his community every single every single sanctuary out for the peoples to, so that we could make us a picture of all existing sanctuaries which exist, so that we can make us a meaning, so that we can vote for them and so on. But after his life, there was in the whole wide internet nothing to find about every one of them. The only opportunity for myself would be to go in Instagram or in Facebook, for example, to search for animal sanctuaries, the names and so on. But I miss the same what he have prepared for his community, to show from everyone sanctuary a minute of everyone. Where are they? No, who are they? What is their future plan, and which animal have did they have? what is the biggest problems, and so on and so on and so on, and then we can vote for them. And this isn't not on the is not finding at Google. So that makes it a little bit complicated for a lot of people, I think so. And but it is definitely a very good thing. And yes, that have to see it. I will be honest, I haven't looked it until the end. By number 20 I have put it out, because I was so sure that I can look this live a little bit later again, but that wasn't possible. When the live is over, we have as not channel members not the opportunity to look these lives again. This is really it feels really unhappy, of course, but it's how it is right now, and our only way was try to find our answers in Google today, and Google have give us nothing. Most of information was nothing. We only have the opportunity to searching in Instagram, for example, for animal sanctuaries, and most of the sanctuaries let you know at the top of their own reels or in their feed, you find them direct, because every one of them wanna win this 10,000 euros. Yes, and yesterday night I have become, for the first time in our life, the a different picture about Robert, because this is so hard to explain, but he is not only the one who is just focused on the animals in the marine life. He's not only the diver anymore in my life. He is not only the wildlife photographer or the movie maker for his wildlife and so on. I think I have a see in his eyes, and I have hear in his voice whenever he have looked to the 1 minute vlogs, that he was sometimes so nearly by cry moments, and he have swallowed so often about feeling about empathy and feeling the pain of all the other peoples who working very hard with the animals of the sanctuaries. And he his voice was so shaking, and he was so close to them, and that have shown me definitely a man behind this Robert Mark Lehmann, which is always be so exposed as just the diver, as just the extreme shark fan, and nothing else is over and under about sharks. You know what we mean? I hope you can understand it a little bit. But yesterday the facts was so really clearly for me to see another person. And this is that was for me, yeah, it was crazy. Yes, and this is now my morning time is over, but the time of 12 p.m. until 2 p.m. have surrounded by staying focused. Where can I find the links for the voting so that I can share it, because it's impossible that we win, every one of us, that we win interest peoples who can share that too, to give their voices, to vote for the sanctuaries and to make the greatest and the best. And yes, if you want to know my decision which sanctuary is for me very important, it was not so very it was not so very hard to decide me what could be the sanctuary which I think they definitely need the 10,000 euros. On the other hand, I think every sanctuary definitely needs a 10,000 euros, of course. Everyone, because especially, goodness, echt, I can't find the right words without making others not so unhappy. But I think the higher opinion or the higher meaning over my own decision will ever be that this sanctuary or sanctuaries which have cows, they have definitely my second heart of me. But my decision came definitely if would my separated twin sister would sit next to me and we could make a clearing together. I think we would have, or I think we would have make, after a long deep talk, we would have find a decision that we wanna give our vote to a sanctuary with the name in German Rettet das Huhn e.V. and in English Escape the Chicken EV. Yes, and because this is it have definitely a deeper reason why we take why we give our voice for Rettet das Huhn e.V. because this year, next to the orcas, was really closely by the handling of slaughters, how they handle their job with chicken. And this year was, before I was going in the day clinic, was really hard to share the stories from a slaughterhouse, how slaughters handle the last time of chickens, how they I think this is better to talk about when the Moss Clinic isn't in the castle. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not for child ears. And yes, it was definitely with the chicken was my orca year and my chicken year, and at the end of this year, I have become a third deeper topic at the end, but that is not not the topic of this vlog. But I have follow on Instagram a lot of sanctuaries here from Germany. I'm so sorry. And from all around the world. So, and by all of them, I have follow Rettet das Huhn e.V. And because this year was for me, from my personality, from my personally feeling to to choose my own diet in a vegan diet without animal suffering. And I think the hardest part in this year for me, after a couple of years where I live so plant-based as possible, the hardest part out of my inner inner thoughts to know exactly, yes, it is I would say to 90% is it really easy to live a plant-based diet, and the other 10% try to make it a little bit more difficult to always there is always a little inner voice in our mind which say just an egg, it's just an egg, what could happening with an egg? And when we buy the bio eggs from Lucky Hands, from Lucky animals, it's just an egg, it's just a cake, it's just, and so on and so on. And this little quiet voices who, I say this is sometimes a little angel on my shoulder and a little devil on my shoulder, sitting here, sitting there, and both of them tell me what's wrong and what is right, what is important and what is less important. And then I was staying very often in the supermarket, and I feel so hardly the lust for eggs. For this is, but I know exactly this is just a memory. This is just a remembering of the taste, and what I could have or what I don't have to take from other animals away, because the pain behind the scenes is so very damn, and especially for chicken, they are definitely the smallest of us, really the smallest of us. And we don't have to talk about bugs or insects. I wanna speak from the bigger living beings, from humans, horses, lions, rhinos, giraffes, tigers, monkeys, cows, dogs, cats, and then came the smaller ones, beavers, otters, wash bears, I have forgotten bears, All the marine lives, of course, on the other hand. But I mean, yet now this the land animals, yes, and pets. And then we have the smallest of us, and these are the chickens. And to know, to know, after a period of looking deeper or with more own experiences, with more, how can I say, interest to look a little bit longer behind the curtains. What is really going on? What the fuck is going on here? That showed me and definitely another world how very hard chicken live. And Rettet das Huhn e.V. I have put in my Facebook, my private Facebook, Die vegane Laetterfrau. You can find us with the name Die vegane Laetterfrau, or with my real name, Cheyenne Melita Kupfer. And there I have put a link of Rettet das Huhn e.V. So that they can talk about themselves, what they are doing, and why they are need the 10,000 euros. And yeah, my voting. This is my voting this year. This is our voting this year. This is definitely more. It would definitely more the decision of my mermaid soldier. I'm really sure, because she is so. I think in reality, in real life, would be my twin. Very, very. Yeah, how can I say that? She's very. I can't find the right word for now. Maybe when we talk about on a day when we're sitting here definitely alone together and I find the right words, I will come back to this topic, of course, because there stand so much in the room right now which I couldn't explain for now. But I think this is definitely the right decision for us personally. Yes, this is really, really good. And that was 48 minutes. Goodness, I can't believe it. My coffee is cold again. Yes, and I would or I will be very happy if you take the time and assign the voting too, and then we can bring definitely a lot of luck to some sanctuary. And I think no matter which sanctuary would win in the future, is definitely the price of life for the animals, for every animal who is rescued and away from slaughter hens. Yes, and this vote goes until the 22 December. 22 December? Marty? 22nd December? 2022?
22nd, yes.
22nd December? Okay. Yeah, we have here our English journey. And yes, but yes, please feel invited to vote too with us and share this link, share this voting, share the information. Please, 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 please. We can make the world of these animals to a definitely better world, and then we can definitely sleep better, can eat better, can shit better, can love better. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for having us. And we see us later. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Kisses from Swain's Island. Mom later. Bye bye. As endless.